good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me. It is Monday, May 27th. It is Memorial Day. Yes, it is. So a lot of people are off today. We're remembering all those who served this country and gave their lives. And, it's a really important day. And I got my flag flying. And, it's a day that we should all remember. You know what I mean? This is an important day. I also want to talk about my weekend real quick and get to my in-studio guests. Friday, I was actually here for the open mic. Every Friday night, we're here for an open mic. Bobby Lacera's Beautiful Paradise Studios. You could do a monologue. We had an author come down and read a chapter from his book. You can do new material if you're a comic. We had someone play the bongos and do poetry. It's so much fun. It's like meeting of the entertainment minds. And then Saturday, I was home learning lines because I was just booked in 8 different projects. I'm going to be very busy over the summer. I'm excited till September, so I'm learning lines. And then yesterday, I went to a couple of barbecues on Dix Hills. Then I went to Hicksville. I was all over the place with family and friends, and that's always fun to do. I just want to remind you real quick, Murdered by the Mob, which Bobby's going to put up a picture of me playing Bunny. There I am. There's Bunny. So Murdered by the Mob is the longest murder mystery show in Manhattan. It's been running over 30 years. And it's kind of like going to an Italian wedding. Someone gets whacked and you got to figure out who done it. Okay? You eat, you sing, you dance, you drink. It's very interactive and it's so much fun. So go to murderedbythemob.com and look up when we have shows coming up. We have shows every month at the Iron Bar in the city, and downstairs it's called the Secret Room. It's like a speakeasy, so it's a lot of fun. All right, so let me get to my guest because I'm so excited. She's here on Memorial Day and in this crazy weather. Candace, as she's known as Candy Cain, and I love that. She's a writer, director, producer, and actor. And I want everyone to get to know her, including myself, because a mutual friend had recommended her to come on the show. We're going to mention him later. So hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm excited you're here. And you are a fellow September baby like me.
Yes, September 23rd.
On the 6th.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So you are a Long Island girl.
Yes.
Right? Born, raised on Long Island. You went to Bellport High School.
I did, class of 94.
94.
So that's 30 years this year. Oh my gosh, 30 years.
How fast does that go?
That's insane.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, my kids I have twins, they're 16, and they go to St. Anthony's, and they're wrapping up their sophomore year. So it's
I know, and it's like
wild.
yesterday you just gave birth. It's crazy. My daughter just got married 6 months ago.
Congratulations.
And it was like I was pregnant yesterday
I know,
too.
it's insane. It's just insane how time goes by so fast.
And so I know we talked a little bit before the show, but high school and school in general could be rough with kids with attitudes and jealousy. And I know when I was in school, I got bullied a lot. I got bullied for my height. I got bullied because at a very young age, I became very developed. And, there had some situations in school. And I know you did too. And you started in the entertainment industry very, very young. You started in pageants, or did you start doing...
No, I did a lot of theater. I did
theater
I did a
first.
ton of theater.
Ton of theater
I modeled.
first. You were doing modeling
And then I
as
went
well.
into pageants.
Later
and,
on.
Yeah, like when I think my first pageant was in ninth grade.
Okay.
And I won Miss Metro Hospitality
Oh,
or
that's
something
so
like that. I was a
cool.
finalist. And then I did the Junior Miss pageant. I did, a bunch of pageants.
Yeah.
And I modeled. I was the highest paid model for JCPenney when I was like
Wow.
16.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I got picked on, bullied a lot too because of my
Jealousy,
height.
jealousy,
And then
and you have the height.
and I was on the Mickey Mouse Club, and I did a bunch of different
yeah.
things, and I was really into theater, but I also played softball and baseball and basketball
very
and all those
active.
things. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I never had like a clique of friends. I was friends with everybody, or I was like kind of a lone wolf that I just was all around,
Yeah.
and those were the kind of when I had my Sweet 16, all the different people came from all the different places.
Yep.
Another tough thing was my mom was a teacher at the school. So yeah, that was rough. But she was like, she's an awesome teacher and everybody loves her.
Yeah.
And if you ask who had Miss Murata, she is like the best art teacher and everybody loved her.
Yeah.
And I was terrible at art. And she was
I can't draw a stick figure.
Oh,
if
tell
I
me about it. That's
tried.
what I say. I like do mutant stick
I
figures.
can't do it.
And my sister was there, and it was tough.
But when you say you got into theater, were you talking about school productions or outside of
both.
school?
Both.
And this is something obviously that your mom had to be
Sure, of course.
behind you and say, yes, I'm going to take you, and yes, this is what you want to do. So do you sing as well?
I do.
So you do musical theater?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I
I
love
do.
musical theater.
I do
Love
musical
it.
theater.
Yeah.
I'm a character actress. I used to be a character actress. I haven't acted in a long time. I stopped acting when I got pregnant with the twins because we had fertility issues, had to go through a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
And I stopped acting, and then a couple of years later I got behind the camera.
Yeah.
But I lived in LA.
Yeah, you were there.
I did,
Let's get back into your like chronological order here.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's okay
So go
because
back to theater.
but I want to mention everything, and I don't want to skip anything. But the theater thing, that's what you were doing, and then when you graduated, you actually studied.
Well, before I graduated, I was doing professional theater. I was doing like community and professional. I did Gateway. I
Oh,
was at
yes, Gateway Theater.
Sure, out in
Yeah,
Belport.
yeah.
I was with like Playcrafters. I was the only student that was actually cast in as a community theater in Playcrafters. And then when I was in college, I'd come home. I did a lot of stuff in college. I was in Contact, Enemy of the State. And I started my own theatrical company down there.
You did.
did.
You went to George Washington University
did.
and you studied. You got a BA in dramatic literature.
Correct.
And you wrote while you were there. You wrote, directed, and produced 3 stage plays.
Yes.
What Happened Last Night, Bermuda Triangle, and Stay.
Correct.
And then you also studied creative writing.
Yes, I actually was the only student to graduate with 3 minors. So I had it wasn't on purpose. It was because I changed my major 7 times, much to my mom's chagrin. So I had a BA in dramatic literature with minors in English theater and creative writing.
Wow. So, but did you always know, like deep in the back of your head, that you wanted to write? This is what you wanted to do?
Well, I always wrote anyway. I wrote my first full play or full movie script when I was 9 years old at Brookhaven Elementary School called A Journey to Chocolate Land, and we ended up, it was did in Richmond with Mrs. Steiner, and I remember like Candice Mignani, Shaun White, Mike Dupre, Wilma Jaka, and we actually put it on and they filmed it. And it was really cool. It was just really cool. So I've always written, like, how
very
people,
creative.
like there are people that are like, they're addicted to chocolate, like chocoholic. My mom loves
That's me.
chocolate. Yeah.
That's me.
Or, some people just like have vices. My vice
Yeah.
are notebooks. And I know that sounds crazy, but you can go into my car right now and I have like 6 notebooks tucked in.
No, I get
and
it.
my daughter didn't know what to get me for Mother's Day this year. She's like, here, Mommy, here's a pretty notebook. And I was like, oh, yes. But I love notebooks. And even when actors, if an actor buys me a notebook as a parting gift, like
Yeah.
Adam Huss just got me one, Jason Frederick got me one, a couple of people got me
Nice.
gifts.
Yeah.
That reminds me of them, and then I end up writing a script with them as that lead character.
that's cool.
So it's fun. So now like the secret got out that
Yeah.
they get me-
Everyone's going to be handing you notebooks.
I get notebooks, and all of a sudden I write roles for actors, like for people that connect to it.
That's great. That was great. But you were always in front of the camera.
Yes.
until you decided, like later on, like you said, you had your kids. But how old were you when you first performed? Like I know you were young, but do you remember how old you were actually
7?
were?
I think I was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 7.
Wow. And do you dance as well?
Um,
Because you know, in
listen,
musical theater, you usually have to
yes.
dance. Sing,
So
and
if I get
act.
choreography,
Like the triple threat.
yeah, I am a triple threat, or like what used to be. I used to be a triple threat. It's been a while. But if you give me choreography, I can follow the choreography. I do tap dance. I know
So
how
do
to tap.
I. Yeah. I
You
love
know,
tap.
a stage door school of dance with Miss Jean was there, and the Giatinos, and Mary, the daughter, she took over her mom's, Diane's business. And,
Yeah.
you know, I learned to dance there, but I was never graceful. My mom actually called me Grace because it was like sarcastic. So, but yeah, I did, you know, like I did Anything Goes, and I was
great show.
Purity in Anything Goes, so I tap danced, and
Yeah.
you know, all those different shows. I was Maggie in Dancing at Lunasa, so I did the Irish step dancing.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you give me choreography, I can hold my own.
Right.
I'm not a Rockette or anything. I'm an
You have
actress
the
who
height.
can dance.
Well, actually, I didn't have the height for that.
No, I do have the height. I'm
You
almost
do.
I'm almost 5'10".
Yeah. No, it wasn't going to take me far. So let's talk about. So you did pageants for a while. Did you do that into, all through high school? And
Not really. I don't know. I don't remember how many I did.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
a few. I
Yeah.
did one, like I was Miss California at one point when
Yeah.
I lived out there.
but J.C.
That's-
Penney, that's a
Yeah.
crap load of print work.
Well, actually, I was runway. I did runway for them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I was modeling all over, like all their trades, all their buyers, shows, and whatever. I almost fell off the runway once. I did a
Did
spin.
you?
The music was too fast, and I did a spin. I didn't realize it was like right at the end. I caught myself.
Oh my
but
God! Thank God. That's like I think that's a model's worst nightmare.
Mortified. I was 17. I wanted to die. I wanted to just die. But yeah, I did a lot of runway because of my height, and I was much thinner back then. And it was a fit model. I've done, I did commercial, print.
That's
So it was fun.
Cool.
I did stunts when I was older.
I know you mentioned that stunts. That's awesome. That's crazy. Did you have to? Because they have stunt schools. Did you go to a stunt
No,
school?
it was pretty much like, Candy, you're the only one who could fit the harness. No, get in the helicopter. You're the only one who could fit the harness.
Wow.
And it's like, okay. And they stuck me in the helicopter on this movie that I worked on, and they gave me somebody else's harness to hold. It was such a dangerous set. I was 20 years old. I never should
but
have
you
done
see
it.
at that age?
Right. In hindsight, I'm like, that probably wasn't
Thinking
a
about
good
it now?
idea. I could have dropped the guy to his death because the helicopter was hovering over the swamp.
Wow.
And I'm not going to say what movie it was, but if you look up my IMDb, you'll be able to be like,
you'll
oh,
find out."
I know what she's talking about. So, it was
Wow.
crazy.
Speaking about IMDb, woman, you got a lot of creds. I mean, you've been doing this, like you said, a long, long, long time. And you mentioned the Mickey Mouse Club. That was back in '93.
I know. Thanks for reminding me my age, though. Appreciate that.
It's okay. I'm so much older than you. It doesn't matter. But you were out in California. You mentioned that before. And while you were out there, obviously you did some shows out there. You did Ally McBeal.
I was a dance captain on Ally McBeal.
See that?
There you go.
There you go. That's where the dance came in. Angel, America's Sweetheart.
Yeah, I
you
did stunts on Angel. I did stunts
that
on Buffy.
70s show.
Yeah, I was.
ER.
Yep.
Not another teen movie.
And let me tell you, can I talk about not another
yeah,
teen movie right now?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you never know where your inspiration is going to come from, or your mentors are going to come from. And I was cast. This is actually how I joined the union. Was on
SAG?
It
You
was
got
SAG.
picked-
Yeah,
got you SAG?
Was on Not Another Teen Movie, and the role was. It was actually cut from the film, which is fine. But it was basically Jamie Lynn Presley's character. It was the cheerleader tryouts, and
Right.
one of the cheerleaders has Tourette's syndrome, who was played
Okay.
by Joanna Garcia, and there were a couple of other girls, and I was one of the other girls, and they wanted me because I was the biggest one, like tallest one, and I was larger than these little skinny Belink girls. I was like a size 8.
Yeah,
and these girls were
which
like
is
size
not
0,
big.
which is not big
But
at
when
all.
you stand next to a size 0, you look like the Hindenburg.
I know. So it was. She goes, fat ankles, fat something, and points at me and goes, outrageously fat elbows. You can't get fat on your elbows. And that was the joke. So, but that was the joke. So Joel Gallen, who I think he just won an Emmy for Chris Rock, or a Golden Globe for Chris Rock's thing. Joel the AD came over to me and he's like, hey, the director wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And brought me over to Joel, and he introduced me like, hi, I'm Joel Gallen. I'm the director. He goes, listen, there's this role. He's like, I don't want you to think that I think you're fat. I don't want you.
Yeah, because
but listen, do you know how many directors I've worked with? And this man went above and beyond to treat, he didn't know who I was. I was just some little extra, and he pulled me up, and he was so kind. And he was just, he
very
was
rare
so open.
and generous.
And I was like, I'm going to be like him. Like, if I ever become a director, and now look at me, I just finished my 20th movie, like, I always, always, always think of Joel Gallen with love and respect. And like, he doesn't, we're friends on Facebook, but I'm sure he doesn't remember me from Adam, but he
made
left
that
such
impact.
an impression on me.
Yeah.
Just you don't know who you're going to impact. You got to be kind. And like, I always think about that. And I always think about how kind Joel was to me. Just a little nobody, but he treated me like I had feelings, which I did, and I wouldn't have thought anything of it because, as an actress, because I'm able to compartmentalize. It's like my superpower.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't want you to be offended. I don't think you're fat. It's a joke. You're going to be the butt of the joke. I'm like, awesome. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, great. Give her a SAG. It was awesome. And I did it, and it was cut from the movie, but which is fine. But I worked on that movie, man. I got my SAG card. It was great.
That's good. All good things came out of it.
Yeah, and but honestly, Joel, he deserves nothing but good things. He was just great, and his son is doing really well, and like I follow him on Facebook and just keep tabs, and I send him a message. I'll send him a message tonight and be like, "Hey, here's the link." And
because
talking about
I send it to everyone because who we mention. I'll send the show to. But hey, listen, we have to take my first break. Bobby, we're gonna play that thing later when we mention him. It doesn't make sense to play it now. So we'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Ttime on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me. Thank you, John York from General Hospital. He is hopefully going to return to GH. The man's been battling cancer for a while, and continue prayers for him. And rescuing families, Gina and Vinny, they're a nonprofit and they help people renovate their homes with disabilities. Look them up. It's a great organization. I am excited. She's a writer, director, producer, actor. Candace, Candy, Cain is here. She's in the house, and I'm just so excited that she's here. She's has an amazing resume and a great story to tell. And we were talking before the break of, her IMDb and what cred she had, and that she went out to California and came back, obviously, and she's done things like CSI, and she did Malcolm in the Middle and Deadwood, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's like just a plethora of things. And then we're going to talk about what she wrote and directed. But in the meantime, in 2015, you actually became the founder and CEO of your own production company called Gemelli.
It means twins in Italian.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, I'm 100% Sicilian. I should
there
know
you
that,
go.
considering I have twins in the
Doesn't matter with
family,
you,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, right? Gemelli Films.
Yes.
Basically, for independent filmmakers, and what I love is that it's an all-female production team that you work with.
The decision makers and producers.
That's
yeah.
huge. I mean, that's huge.
Listen, I have Kevin Yee and Joe Pisani, who are my right and left.
Yeah,
And they're,
yeah,
Joey
yeah.
is like my sound guru. He
Yeah.
runs post. Kevin is my creative director.
Right.
But Pam Steenland is my executive producer now. I'm working Amy Minter, Amy Irons, Kristen Martino. Like, they're all people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I just adore. And you know what? I started my company because as a woman, I was just tired of waiting for permission. And I said, you know what?
Good for
My
you.
husband had been in a coma the year before, and he's fine. You know, knock wood. He's
yeah,
fine.
thank
Wood.
God.
Here he goes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I said, you know, life's too short, and I am tired of asking permission and waiting around for somebody to be like, you know what, you can make your movie. And I said, I'm going to make my own.
Good for
and
you.
we just finished, and that was 2015.
Good for you.
And we just celebrated, we just wrapped my 20th film last week.
Amazing. God bless.
Not including
really.
the 3 TV shows.
Oh my
that I have.
gosh. Listen, we have a picture because I put up everyone's
God.
picture when they first start out.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, okay.
do you
It'll come up in a second.
Is it the one of me dressed like Darth Vader? Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I could send you another picture. That was actually
It is
2001.
not, but usually I'll throw up everyone's black and white because that's how we did it back in the day.
When we're wrapped here, I'll show you my baby's first headshot. You'll
Really?
crack up.
Oh my God,
You'll crack
I
up,
can't
yeah.
wait to see it. But yeah, we did black and white headshots
Yes,
back,
we did.
back
We
in
sure
the day.
did.
I actually just posted, we had Throwback Thursday. I put up a pic of me at Caroline's when I did Caroline's for the first time in between the acting gigs. Comedy, and everyone's like, "That's you?" And I'm like, "Yes." Like 1995 or something. I know it's crazy, but then I have the black and white pic, and everyone's like, "Wow." I'm like, "Yeah, no one does black and white."
You know,
these
Adam
days."
Huss,
but it's
who's
always
a friend
fun.
of mine,
Yes.
just saw that picture yesterday,
Did he?
and he texted me, and he's like, "Candy, I was looking something up. Damn!" And I'm like, "Dude, it was so."
Now, for those of you who don't know, because I'm a huge General Hospital fan, I've been watching since high school. Adam plays Nicholas Cassadine, and he is in your film.
There's a couple of them.
Couple of them,
which, yeah.
which we're going to mention. But thank you. And the pic after that, put up the pic after that because you know
God.
by Candy Cain, and I love this picture.
Oh yeah, I think I know which
Bobby,
one it
you there?
is.
There he is. There he is. I love that picture. It is so. I love it. I just freaking love it.
That's
So
from
who started calling you Candy? How did that happen?
Well, okay. Well, that's that picture. I just shout out Lauren Holiselli from A Moment in Time Photography out on Long Island in Yaphank did all those photos for me. So
Okay.
she's amazing. Her son is my son's best friend.
Oh, cool.
So she's
All
wonderful.
right. Yeah.
But I mean, I married a man named Cain. Like his last name is Cain, and I had one friend that called me Candy in college, and it was like, okay, well, you got to be called Candy Cain. And I actually, when I acted, I had a character that was a weathercaster. I did improv.
Yes.
And she was like the weatherman, weather girl, whatever.
Right,
and her
right.
name was Candy Cain, you know, and it was just a joke. And
That is so funny.
I ended up marrying my husband. If you hyphenate me, my last name's Cook, so I'm Cocaine. And so my entire wedding invitation, because I also lived on Crystal Rock when I got married. So my entire wedding invitation was on the Jay
that's a
Leno
whole
show.
bit.
Oh, girl, I know.
Oh my
so,
God, that's great.
I got told back in 2018, Amy Minter and I went to MIPCOM, which is this big buyers conference, and we went and I met with somebody from Real One Entertainment, this wonderful woman named Anna, and she goes, "Your name is Candy Cain. Why are you not making Christmas movies?" And I'm like, oh. And
Light bulb moment.
And then, well, you know, and then I had funding come in. Like somebody came to me and was like, "Hey, I'll give you funding. What can you do?" And he told me how much. And I was like, "Want to do a Christmas movie?" He's like, "Yeah." So we made Ivy and Mistletoe.
Wow.
And it just kind of, the Candy Cane snowball.
Yeah.
It kept going.
So to speak. Wow.
Yeah.
It's wild. It really is. Yeah. But I wanted to just mention your production company because it's really wholesome entertainment.
Thank you.
Which we definitely need more of
I agree.
these days. For the entire family to sit around together as a unit, which is not done like we used to years ago.
No.
And watch something that's family friendly and everyone can watch together. So basically, you do classic romance to modern dramas, and I love how it's written that you take traditional values and you put them in contemporary storylines, which I love. And again, they're feel-good movies.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like you leave feeling good, and I love movies like that. I mean, like who doesn't?
Thank you.
You know, there's enough blood and gore and mob and cursing and but there aren't too many movies like that.
But I will say also because we have done a couple of
You've
horrors.
done horror.
But
yeah.
there's no sex, there's no cursing, there's
But there's
nothing
no
like
need
that.
to be.
Right, I agree.
It just
I
shows
agree.
you that you don't need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Peekaboo is awesome. That's the one
Yeah,
that
I was going to mention
oh my
that one.
gosh.
Because, my mother always said to me, what makes a horror movie really scary is the music.
Yeah.
Because if you shut the volume off, right, you just
It's not
watch
that
it.
scary. Yeah.
Correct. But it's the music. that
Our
gets you.
composer, especially for those horrors, the one that I usually work with is John Sepulveda.
Right.
And he lives out here on Long Island.
Yeah.
And the guy is unbelievable. He just is a savant. And the music he comes up with,
Right.
he makes his own instruments, he makes his own sounds. He's wild.
Wow.
And yeah, he's just incredible.
Well, you wrote a crap load of movies, like a
know.
crap load. And you started out with shorts.
I didn't.
Isn't Unspoken a short?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that was from a film festival. It's not like I set out for a short.
okay.
That was the Disability Film Challenge. I
Okay.
wouldn't. Yeah, that was. It's
Okay.
not like.
But
'cause
what
there
about
are
the
a lot of
neighborhood?
people.
Was that was?
It was also another film
Okay,
challenge.
okay.
So those are. And I'm just correcting you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No.
Because there are people like Tara Westwood is a friend of mine
Yeah.
who made this short that like. Shorts can win Oscars,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
they,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
they're high budget.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
made
yeah.
Unspoken for $68 because I bought pizza for everybody. You know what I mean?
Great.
So, and
I
it was
love
just
it.
it was an exercise.
love
and same
it.
thing with Neighborhood. It was like one of those 48-hour film
yeah,
challenges
yeah.
where they're like, here you have to make a 3 to 5 minute film.
Yep.
And you have 48 hours to do it. So like,
But what a
don't-
challenge that is.
Right, and it's fun and it's an exercise,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
wouldn't call it a short because
Okay.
people do, and I can't write short films.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
tried to write short
Really?
films. I am too verbose, and I'm not good at it. So that's why
Incredible.
I don't want to take
No,
credit
no, I
for
want-
something
no.
that other people can
You
do
did,
that I'm
no,
not capable
but you
of.
still did it. Hello. But you've done a comedy, What Happened Last Night. You did Every Little Act. Is it Actor?
Every Little
Yeah.
Actor was a short form
You did-
series.
Yeah. You did New Dogs, Old Tricks.
TV show.
Yep. And you also produced and directed that as well, right? And Little Cupid, you did TV series, Ivy and Mistletoe. This were the Christmas movies, Joy and Hope, Deck the Heart. Now, Deck the Heart won an award, right? I think it won an award. And our friend, Al Sapienza, was in that. So,
Yep.
I'm going to send him this. He loved doing it.
I love Al.
Loved doing
Yeah,
it.
I love
him
Al.
too. Good people. Just
Yeah,
good
I
people.
think we won.
You won something.
I think I won a Telly Award for that.
Okay.
I think I won the Bronze Telly for that.
Okay, you did,
And I
yeah.
know we got a nomination, the Young Artist Academy Award nomination. 2 of our girls, Allison Mullaney and Ren Taylor, both got nominated for that.
You did the Maltese Holiday. You did Baking Up Love, Hearts
And in Baking Up Love, my daughter actually played the lead in that.
Oh!
And she won the Young Artist Academy Award in 2022 for her role in that. Wow. And she's currently nominated for 2023 for a role in Santa's Second Wife and Ensemble in Santa's Second Wife, and 2024 for a lead role in Prank Squad.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And my son is nominated for Prank Squad too.
That's
as supporting.
great. So they're following the family
So,
business.
no, I don't think they'll do it. They do it because,
No.
I treat them like employees. So they're like, Ma, I need some money. All right, you got to work.
You got to work for it. And also Hearts and Vines.
Yeah, that one- that
also
one.
won a music award.
Yeah,
a
that
music
one. I
award.
think that one. Yeah, John won that one, and a bunch of musicians. But John was at the helm for that, John Sepulveda, and I think that won the Bronze Telly also for
Right.
use of music.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You did A Holiday Homecoming, which was a TV movie, Magic.
That's the first movie. Holiday Homecoming was our first movie to get dubbed into Spanish.
Ooh.
And was released in Guatemala last year on
And you speak
broadcast
Spanglish,
television.
right?
I speak Spanish, sure.
And Magic in Mount Holly.
And that one is Silver Telly.
Welcome to Hope, which was a TV series.
Yep.
You also directed and also acted in that one.
Yeah, but that was because the actress didn't show up that day, and we needed somebody who could be just like Cara Maria Sorbello,
right.
and her mannerisms, because
But
it was
you know
her
what?
mother.
But it was meant to be that way.
Yeah, so I
That's
did
how
it.
I look at things. You know, things happen for a reason. That's for sure.
And a couple of people were on the short list for the Emmy Awards. We weren't nominated, but a couple of actors got on. I know Rayshawn Nate Barclift, which was awesome. And that Welcome to Hope, I believe we won a bronze Telly for Best Drama.
Nice. 2022, you did Santa's Second Wife.
Yes.
Love it. Which was a movie. 2023, Prank Squad.
Yes, I love that one. That was my
Funny,
favorite experience.
very funny.
That was my favorite experience because I was working with the kids.
2024, you did Holiday in the Hamptons, which was also a TV movie. But, you know, you wrote...
Well, that's not out yet.
No, it's
Holiday
not.
in the Hamptons hasn't been released yet.
No, but it's complete. Is it
Well, yeah,
complete?
I mean, I have several. I have Christmas for Three, Holiday in the Hamptons, and Royal Runaways, which we did in 23, and then
Right.
At the end of 23, we did A Jar Full of Christmas. And this year we did Christmas at the Interlaken.
Yes, I have that. I have that right here. I have that right here.
Yep, and we just finished. I just got the trailer for that, so that should be released this
Cool,
week.
nice.
And then we've got
That's exciting.
Peekaboo.
Yep.
And we just finished The Wedding Bell.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk
And-
about that too. All right, but wait, before we talk about that, please don't go away. Oh, and thank you everyone for watching the show. Please like it. I appreciate you watching because I know it's a holiday. We're going to be back after this. Don't go away. So much more to talk about with Candy.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Hi, I'm Georgia Rose, founder of Zenkuda. You can watch me on the Soul Space podcast every Friday at noon on Channel 20 for spiritual guidance. And as you all know, that is how I first opened into my own psychic gifts, was through the angelic realm, astrology. So we've got Mars and the Sun together in Scorpio, which creates a lot of combustion. In the astrological world, we call that a kazemi, and tarot. With the Four of Cups right side up, it means we have a lot of choices to make, and we're not looking at what's really being divinely given to us. We're too busy in the busyness of the choices to really see the divine intervention, and the divine timing, and the divine guidance. We're the place. Watch the Soul Space podcast.
How you doing? It's Sal, the voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Canastraci Ttime with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook, Ttime with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Thank you for watching and sharing and enjoying. I'm with Candace Candy Cain. She's a writer, producer, director, actor. She's done it all, and she just finished her 20th film. It's incredible. You know, like she said, you know, you got to take the bull by the horn sometimes, and you have to make things happen for yourself. You can't just wait, and you can't knock on doors. You got to kick them in, and that's what she's.
You just got to give you timing though, because
well, this didn't happen overnight.
Well, no, because in 2015 we shot my first movie.
Yes.
And then we did a spin-off series, New Dogs, Old Tricks.
Yes.
And the week after we finished the pilot was my 40th birthday.
Okay.
And I tripped in New York City over the sidewalk, and I shattered my ankle. I collapsed the marrow in my bone. I was out for a year and a half.
Wow.
So I've made 19 films since April of 2019. So that's 19 films in
That's
5 years.
You're a machine.
Yeah, we are. We are. well-oiled machine. It's taken me a lot of people, and we still have like,
Wow.
rotten apples that get
Yeah. No,
pumped
no,
out,
I
but
get
I've
it.
got a really great team.
I totally get it. Well, you have some that are complete here. You did Royal Runaways, Christmas for Three, A Jar Full of Christmas. You directed all these too. Double Booking.
That's coming up. We start shooting that next Monday.
Okay, and Christmas at the Interlaken, which
Trailer's
you
coming out this week.
mentioned, Peekaboo, which you mentioned, Wrath and Rituals that you
show.
directed. So we have the poster, Bobby, of the Wedding Bell, which he's going to put up. There's the Wedding Bell
Yeah.
poster now. So this just completed a
Yes.
couple of weeks ago. And so you have Eric Roberts in that with his beautiful wife.
Yes. Oh, there they are.
There they are.
No, that's not them. That's Monica.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Eric and Monica
I'm
Mannix.
sorry.
That's my production manager.
That's the wrong picture.
That's Eric.
I'm sorry.
That's
Okay,
Monica
put
and
up-
Adam
that's
Huss.
Adam. Okay.
Monica gets around.
My
Monica
bad.
loves taking pictures.
My
She's
bad.
gonna love this.
I'm sorry. I have to correct that. Yeah, they'll get a kick out of that.
Well, Monica will be thrilled.
They'll
Hi,
get a
Monica.
kick- they'll get a kick out of that.
Monica is everywhere and takes care of
Really?
me, so that's just appropriate.
Perfect.
She
Perfect.
is the Louise to my Thelma.
Oh,
so
that's great.
yeah.
I have one of those too. So you just completed 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
the Wedding Bell is with Eric and his wife and Adam Huss, like I mentioned, he's Nicholas Castine on General Hospital now. Fabulous actor. And while you were filming, you found out that Eric and his wife never had a wedding.
I know.
And you said, I'm going to throw them a wedding.
I did.
And like within 24 hours, you put together this
was less than
incredible last minute wedding, like nothing. If you want a 24-hour wedding and you got to do one, she's the one to call.
Please no.
And you had it at the Bating Hollow Farm Vineyard.
Correct.
And they've been married 31 years.
Yeah.
So how wild was that?
It was amazing. It was, I love Eliza to pieces. I've worked with her on so many films, and
Yeah.
she was just twirling in this dress, and it was this beautiful flowy dress from Sable Bridal.
Yeah.
And I was like, so you look so pretty. She's like, I've never worn a wedding dress. I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, we never had a wedding. And she's like, my first husband, I didn't wear a wedding. I was like, Eliza, what do you mean? She goes, well, Eric and I, we just, signed the papers,
Yeah,
and that was
quiet,
it.
very quiet.
And I'm like, do you want to have a wedding tomorrow? And she's like, oh my God, really? And I'm like,
That is crazy.
I'll plan you a wedding. Well, I used to be a destination wedding planner.
Oh,
so I said,
wow.
all right. I said, I'm going to plan you a wedding. And I got on the phone. I contacted Dominique, Bating Hollow Farm Vineyard, Steve Kelly. And they're like, we're on it. And they got like a charcuterie company involved. And they got, I think they're called Vegan, because they're vegan.
Right.
Eliza's vegan.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was amazing. It was just amazing. And Jason, I was a maid of honor or matron of honor.
Yeah.
Joey Pisani was Eric's best man.
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Yee walked her down the aisle. These are all people that work for me,
That's wild.
Pam
I'm ordained, by the
Steenland.
way. I could have married
Are you?
them.
Well, Jason was ordained,
I
and
know,
Jason married
I
him.
know, yeah.
It was hilarious, and she invited her family to come in, and we had the crew, and then we had wine at the vineyard, and we had
Yeah.
charcuterie boards, which were just magnificent. Oh, the food was so good.
It's nice when it's nice and intimate.
It was
like that.
fun, and we had a second dress that she got in, and Tommaso Black gave Eric a tux to wear. It was crazy, and Jason had a tux from Tommaso Black, and Tom Greco over there was just unbelievable, and Gina from JAC Beauty,
Yeah.
is she did my
That's
makeup
just
today.
like a priceless moment.
It was great.
That, you'll never forget.
Yeah, Tom Limboui, LI Hot Shots, just sent me all the pictures on my way here.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was wild. It
That's
was pretty wild.
So that's wrapped.
Yes.
Right. You're done. Like a
Post-production, David Pollard, he's out in Vegas, and he's doing our editing on that one. So he's gonna, piece it together for us.
Yeah. Make the magic happen
Yeah,
in the editing.
for sure.
Oh wow! Now let me ask you a question. I know you love to film on Long Island.
I do.
And that's basically where you do most of your filming.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a movie coming up at the end of the year called Mocha and Mistletoe, and it's in Colorado. You go momdadmovie.com for details.
Okay.
And a guy named Eric Martinez, who's Java Dad Life on TikTok, approached me, and we're going out there just to Colorado. But everything else will be on Long Island.
Wow, great. And how, look, I know you've been doing this for a short amount of time, and you are a resident out there.
Yep.
So is it easier now for you to find locations to film? Or is it still a little challenging?
Well, I mean, locations is always challenging, whether you're a resident or not. You know, I have an incredible locations manager named Gabrielle Pickle, who I love. I've known her she worked on Ivy and Mistletoe with me on my first Christmas movie. And she's incredible. And she and Monica, whose pictures you saw, work together. You know, to do this, but you know, it's not like I'm Candy Cain and I'm going to use your place. It's, you know.
No, but because I'm sure you've had repeat locations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once
for
you get your foot
sure.
in the door, you're like, hey, can I come back?
Yeah, but it's because we like the people. You know, for example, Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard. It's not just this small little winery with a tasting room. We didn't even use the tasting room this time. They have this gorgeous barn now with it set up, and then they have like the outside, and they have it's just such a marvelous piece of property. You know, we use Giorgio's, we use all these different things, and something I really like to do is put money into the local community. You know, my company has put in about $3 million since we started into the local community here.
Yeah.
And I was just named another Power Woman of the East End second year in a row, which is awesome, you know, and I'm very proud that I'm able to put money into the community.
Absolutely.
Like I'll go to Airbnbs instead of a hotel chain.
Right, more like mom and pop.
Right. So, you know, people really like that. And I try to use them by name if I can. Like Giorgio's we used, Eastwind we used.
Yeah,
you know?
Eastwind's great. Yeah. And like a shot of it just so people know, and then they go, ooh, that looks nice, I'll look it up.
It's called television tourism. Like that's something that's done.
Yeah, it's almost like a product placement.
Exactly, it's brand integration.
Yep.
And then, you know, they're like, oh, I want to go check that out, and it's actually a real place.
Right. And people like that.
Yeah,
they like that. Like when they watch something and they're like, ooh, yeah, I want to, you know, go there and you know,
and sometimes, so example, Storybrooke, Maine. Once Upon a Time is like one of my favorite TV shows, like narrative TV shows.
Yeah.
And people have gone to try to find Storybrooke, Maine, but it's not Storybrooke, Maine. It's shot at the studios in Vancouver. You know.
Right.
So. If you're going to go see Baiting Hollow Farm Vineyard, guess what? You're going to be able to go into the barn where these characters got married.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's
to
cool.
stand where they were standing.
Right.
You know, like that kind of thing.
And take pictures where they are. You know,
Right.
it's a lot of fun, and I do everything that I can to get that placement because I also want to drive, you know, business to them because they're good people.
Absolutely.
And the people that let us come into their locations to film,
Yeah.
you know, I want to make sure that they're not only benefiting from us for paying them, but that it's residual. So that's something I try really, really, really hard to do.
You're very aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Why should Hollywood be the ones getting all the money and getting all the tourism?
But you're right.
Why can't it be us
You're
too?
right. Why can't it be in your own backyard?
Right. And Long Island is so great. I mean, you have the South Shore with the sandy beaches. You got the North Shore with the rocky beaches. You got the North Shore with the cliffs. You got the South Shore with the ocean. You got, you know, everything in between.
It's beautiful locations.
I love shooting here because you can make it look like anywhere.
Anywhere.
You really can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Long Island.
You're right. Especially in the summer when you find palm trees. Right?
Yeah,
you're driving and you see palm trees and you're like, oh, wow, that's really cool.
Right.
And, you know, and then you could do, you know,
right. Well, that's
something
we're
else.
shooting Heavy Hitters here in August. And
yeah, Heavy Hitters is a baseball film.
A series. It's a baseball series, 6-episode, hour-long series.
And she's casting right now.
I am. So on, you can go to, can I give the email, the website?
Yes, give the website.
HeavyHittersTV.com. Okay, we're looking for guys that can actually play baseball.
Yes.
Because I think that the reason that baseball series fail is because they don't focus on baseball.
No.
They focus on politics because they're like, oh, people are going to watch it because it's baseball. And then it's like all of this political agenda garbage.
Yep.
And my show focuses on the mechanics of baseball. It's about an MLB pre-draft combine. Well, not MLB. It's just a major league pre-draft combine. I have to talk to MLB to see if I can get in there.
Yeah.
I've worked with them before on Welcome to Hope.
Yeah. I have a couple of connections, so.
Yeah, I'm believe me, I'll take
try
them.
to hook you up.
Yeah, so so we have these auditions, and I have to cast 346 baseball players.
Wow.
Yeah, no kid. That's just the players.
That's a lot of people.
And like, I think 68 of them have lines.
Okay.
And we have featured, and like every single person, and something you'll notice with my shows, every single person that appears on camera gets a credit, because I believe that if you even step on camera, you deserve a credit.
That's
because
nice.
how are you going to build? Like, you can't have an empty street. So I want to know who my pedestrians are.
Yeah.
They deserve the credit because they were there and they worked for 12 hours. My first day on Deadwood was 22 hours. It was a nightmare. But people deserve credit.
Yeah.
They need to be acknowledged for what they do.
No,
So,
that's nice.
you know, but with heavy hitters, I need people that know baseball.
Yeah.
It's the bottom
Okay,
line.
I know a few people because there's something I'm in called Bat Boy, a Yankee Miracle. So we'll see what
Send
if
it
we can
out,
work
you know,
out magic. Yeah.
You go to heavyhitterstv.com.
Yeah.
You fill out the form. It's Wednesday. There are 3 sessions and then finals from 6 to 10.
Yeah.
Greg Alfano, Field and Patchogue.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you still looking for an EMT to be on set?
yes,
You found
I
one.
do need.
I
No, I need an EMT nurse.
an
something.
EMT nurse. Anyone out there who wants to
Just to be a medic for the day.
just
I'll
be a
pay
medic,
you just to hang
medic
out with
for
us.
the day.
I'll feed you.
There you go. There
Hang
you
out
go.
with some baseball players.
It's so
Get a
great.
credit in the show as medic.
There you go. There
Sure.
you go. Oh, lovely. Hey, listen, we're going to take our last break. And before we do, we got a special person to say something real quick about Paradise Studios. We'll be back after this.
Strong Island Television. I love that.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Hey everybody, it's Theresa from Ttime. What's my show about? I interview people in the entertainment industry, producers, directors, actors, and guess what? My show is on every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Channel 20 on Optimum TV. So tune in because it's fun, interesting, and exciting.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bat Boy?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
We're back. Hey, welcome back to Tea Time. This goes so fast, but I'm so excited. You know, Candace Candy Cain is here, and she is a producer. She's a writer, director, actor, former model.
I
And
don't really act anymore.
No,
Not
she's
really.
more behind the camera now, writing and directing. That is like your wheelhouse.
Yes.
And we're just having a blast here, and I'm so glad. A shout out to Al Sapienza for saying, "Get that woman on your show."
Love you, Al.
She's great. He's up in Canada filming
Yeah, I know,
now
I
too.
know.
So like I said, she's done so many things, written so many movies, done so many movies since 2019. How many movies since 2019?
2019.
90. That is
19 movies since then, 3
incredible.
television shows, 2 television shows.
Incredible. So I want everyone to follow her, know what she's doing. You know, she's having these casting calls. You have to know how you could find out. So it's Candace Cain on Facebook. Okay, it's Candace T. Cain on Insta and Twitter. It's Mom the Villain on TikTok. You're so not a villain.
My kids would disagree.
Gemelli Films on Instagram also, and then the website is gemellifilm.com, and you could go there, and there's just so much information. And like she said, right now she's having auditions. She needs 346 men from the ages of like 18 to 23-ish who can play ball, okay? And the tryouts are the 29th. Okay, so go to her Facebook page. All the information is there. You fill out the form, show up with your mitt, right? Just bring your own mitt.
HeavyHittersTV.com, sign up, and you'll get an email from Amy. And, confirming
I actually
that you'll be
sent
there.
it to Carmine, who Carmine is in Bat Boy, a Yankee Miracle with me. So I just sent it to him. So
Cool.
hopefully, I'll text him and he'll look for it again. And you're going to be filming August 19th to the 27th?
No, that's just the first episode.
That's just the
so
first
we're
episode.
shooting August to October.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing 6 episodes or 6-hour-long episodes, and we're just going straight through, plowing straight through. Yeah,
it's really
I'm
really
very
exciting.
excited. Like there's some
Did you ever play
people-
softball as a kid?
Oh yeah,
I did.
Oh yeah, I played softball and baseball too.
Yeah.
So and I really know baseball like really well.
Yeah.
Like the mechanics.
So growing
of it.
up, what fan were you?
Mets. Come on.
Well, I'm originally from Queens.
Yeah.
So
you're a
yeah,
disgrace.
actually,
So-
Pat Zachary.
you're a Yankee fan.
Well, I'm a New York fan.
Oh.
I'm a New York fan, but no, originally it's Mets. It's Mets.
Okay, then you stay Mets. You can't be a fair-weathered fan. You're Mets. You bleed blue and orange. You can't go to the Yankees. No offense. Yes, network. I understand.
But I do.
like-
But if the Yankees are playing and they're playing against Boston, I'm not rooting for Boston.
See, I like 2 teams. Okay, I like the Mets.
Yeah.
And anybody playing the Yankees.
Okay, there goes that connection.
No, it's fine.
No,
Honestly, my director of photography.
My dad was a Met fan. I grew up a Met fan. Pat Zachary, who played with the Mets, who was a pitcher, lived around the corner from me in Bayside.
all right.
So yeah, I mean, I grew up a Met fan.
But my director of photography on Heavy Hitters,
That's
Orlando
so
Fuentes
funny.
Jr. Actually, he used to pitch.
Yeah.
He is a massive Yankees fan, and
Really?
we go at it.
Well, I've had Doc Gooden on my show, and he was both.
I pitched against Doc Gooden.
Did you?
I did. I pitched against Dwight Gooden.
He lives on Long Island now, just to let you know.
Listen, okay, I pitched
Because I'm hoping to get him back into that chair.
I want to get him on my show on Heavy Hitters. But
All right, I can make a call.
Let me tell you, I pitched against Dwight Gooden in 2011. My friend Wendy Mercado was with me. I was invited to a fantasy game, and he let me throw a fast one on him, and I kid you not, I got a strike on him. And then he hit a triple off me, but it was like better than my wedding. It was incredible.
Swing in this.
And I was just at his retirement ceremony.
Nice.
It was
Yeah.
I love him. You go on my Facebook page to see all the pictures.
Doc's the man. Doc is great.
He's
Love him
I
to
would
death.
I would die to have Dwight Gooden in Heavy Hitters
We'll
as
get
one of
him.
the coaches.
We'll get him.
Oh my God.
We'll get him.
I would die.
I'm gonna get
Die.
him. I'll tell you after the show how we're gonna get him. Listen, we have like 3 minutes left. What do you want to talk about? Are you working on anything else other than Heavy Hitters and oh wait, hello. Yes, we have to talk about hello. You're also the owner of Cain Casting.
Oh, well, Cain Casting
And
and
talent management.
But honestly, I kind of stopped doing that
Did
after
you?
COVID.
Okay.
I still get people, contacting me for casting calls and
Okay.
But once COVID hit and it was all of those.
A lot of things changed.
But it wasn't just that. It was a lot of, and I'm not trying to be controversial here, but it was like you weren't allowed to work on shows if you didn't get the vaccine. And a lot of parents wouldn't get their kids a vaccine.
Yes.
And I'm not going to pressure parents
Right.
and give them opportunities because,
Hey,
that's not okay for me.
There were people that left General Hospital.
Oh, I know.
And now one returned.
Right. But once that hit,
Yeah.
I lost a lot of respect for the industry, and I stopped doing union productions. Yeah, because until they finally turned everything around July 12th last year, because I don't think that it's right to do that. To force people to do something.
No,
they don't
I
believe in.
agree.
It's just
I agree. It's
to
a very,
each their own.
it's a personal
Yeah.
decision, and yeah, it's not nice to.
And I don't want to get on a soapbox. I know nothing
Yeah, no,
about
I know.
politics, but it's just I don't think that you should be forced to give your child a experimental, for all intents and purposes, not FDA approved, vaccine just to be a TV star.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I
No,
just don't
I
think
agree.
it's right.
I totally agree with that statement. So, all right. So again, let everyone know about the auditions.
Please visit heavyhitterstv.com. There are some people that came out. We had a scrimmage last week, and Mark Taormina, Town of Islip, hooked us up with a field, and
Cool.
we had
Very cool.
20 guys come out and play, and it was so much fun.
Hey, and you know what? In the last minute and a half, do you know what April 8th is? April 8th is Candace Cain Day.
Yes, it is.
In the town of Brookhaven.
It
and
is.
that happened back in 2016.
It did.
Not for nothing, girl. You got a day named after you.
I know. It's the day before my anniversary.
So you can't forget.
No, and my friend Becca Arend, like on April 8th, she always goes, "Happy Candy Cane Day." And everybody's like, "Oh, happy birthday." They're like, no. Her birthday's in September. Today is Candy Cane Day.
That's awesome. What a beautiful proclamation to get
It was
from
awesome.
the town.
Yeah, it was really cool.
You
It
must
was
have been
really
like
cool.
a little
Yeah.
shocked, right?
I was. That was Ed Romaine and Lee Zeldin. And Jesse Garcia was at the helm because Diane Garcia is one of my best friends, and they pulled all the strings behind me. It was wild. But yeah, April 8th, put it on your calendar. It's
April
Candy
8th, Candy Cane Day. That's what I'm talking about. All right, listen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
coming
me.
in and doing
Honestly, this was a lot of fun.
I'm so happy you had fun.
Flew by.
I know, it flies. You come by, my door's open anytime. Come back anytime.
Thank you so much.
All right, listen, I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time and supporting me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching the show and sharing it. Remember, this is going to be on Saturday, 10 a.m., Channel 20, for people who get Optimum on Long Island. We're going to be on TV. All right, so listen, tell everyone you love them, and I'll see you next week. Ciao, everybody.